Hello, hello. Welcome in, guys, to another episode of Comic Book Women. The girls and I have a special treat. We are doing not just one, but two highlights tonight. Jen actually chose two really hot, relevant characters this week to spotlight. Ravonna Renslayer from the Loki show. Yeah. And the Countess Valentina Allegra De Fontaine are going to be our two spotlights tonight. So hopefully you guys get a kick out of that. Before we get started, Jen, how are you?
Tired.
Right? So glad you said that. I feel the same way. I need coffee or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's too late for coffee. I mean, it is for me. I don't really drink coffee that much because I get jittery, but it sucks.
I can't live without it. I'm so addicted. How are you doing, Lucy? Are you tired too?
Yep. That's why I'm talking about coffee. I think I'm still over the weekend. I'm still kind of ugh.
Yeah. We all got on the stream and I looked over at Lucy. I'm feeling like we're on the same wavelength because we're both like, okay, we got this. We got this.
A little tired.
Yeah.
A little tired.
A little bit tired.
It's a Monday for us, so
yeah. We have a case at the Mondays. That's what it is, right?
Yes.
All right. So hello to everybody in the chat. Ooh, look at this. We got Arthur Frank Gogol in the house. What's up, Frank? Yep. All right, let's kick this off. So again, we are spotlighting two different characters. If you're new to our show, we go live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. We pick either a female artist, writer, character, some type of artist or whatever, female character.
Oh.
What?
Laura.
What?
Someone caught it. I didn't see it either. JJ Maxwell caught that. This is Anthony.
I was like, what? It took me a second.
Oh. See, we're tired. I told you guys. It's been a long... Hold on.
Good one, Jay. Good one, JJ.
We didn't that at all.
We were talking for ever before the show, too, and we still didn't.
Yeah, I know.
He caught it. I said author wrong. Arthur and author.
You see, we can't even talk.
Anyways. Let's get to it. So Ravonna Renslayer, if you guys have been paying attention to the Loki show, it's been all over the MCU lately. Both these characters have been, but this is the one that we picked because she's getting hot.
Yeah. And she hot. We last... Oh, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I just said she hot.
Yeah, the actress is Gugu Mbatha-Raw. And the last time we see her, she's going through the portal and she's saying in search of free will. So for me, I was like, oh. And then when I deep dove, I was like, oh, holy moly. There's 6 or 7 different versions of her. It's kind of crazy. And the storylines are everywhere because it involves time travel. And now I understand why people don't always like it, because it's oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. The whole, I think, and I said, Sam said it. It's a way that now Marvel can get away with recasting without explaining anything. It's just,
that's true.
Yeah. So,
or if you want that one actor who's I really want to be this character, and it's oh, well, we kind of like this other actor, but we'll give you, here's a one-off, come in for the day, be a variant of this. Yeah. But Don Heck, Stan Lee, and some say that even John Romita helped create the character of Ravonna Renslayer back in 1965. But this actress is great.
She's a really good actress. I liked her.
It's funny, the way I read the name is Ravonna. And in Spanish, it means something else. So it's funny. I could never name I couldn't never name one of my kids that name. As being Hispanic, you have to always think about what they're gonna make fun of your kid with names.
What does Ravonna mean in Spanish?
Ravonna. It's el rabo, it means butt or cola.
I didn't know that.
It's a way of saying a slang, saying, something like that. And so it's you're showing el rabo, you're showing your butt kind of thing. So it's just la rabona. I don't know.
Well, see, you learn something new every. Oh, before I keep going, I don't know why I forgot at the beginning. We are sponsored by Cover Price.
Cover Price.
Yes, Cover Price. So make sure if you guys have the chance that you go over to their site. They provided all of the information.
Wait, let's do it again. Let's do it again. We're sponsored by 1, 2, 3. Cover Price. No, girls, we gotta practice this.
That was bad.
Yes.
Cover Price is like, no, they're not. We do not claim them. If you use code Flipside on their site, you get 2 months of their unlimited membership for $1.99 a month, and they got a lot of good stuff over there. So, but anyway, back to Ravonna. I really liked her character. She's very complex. I like her more when she was around Morbius because she just kind of seemed more vulnerable and approachable when those two were on the camera together. But yeah, this is an interesting one.
Well, the second that we heard her name, everyone's like, "Oh, Kang," because in the comics they're super interwoven, right? But I really did like the character development between those two, Mobius and her.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I did too.
I like
until
all this. I mean, I'm kind of sorry. Yeah, that's right.
Trying to say too much.
I know. This is kind of like a lot of the stuff. I don't know. Like I'm still kind of new to comics, so there's so many characters. It's crazy that like you only know like so many, like the main ones. You know that those little off characters that like I never heard of. I don't have no idea. You know, and it's actually hard trying to find. You know, unless you're Jen, you know where to look. And find those characters and learn more about them, but I have no clue of what it was about till now, Jen. Like what to expect, you know, what to know more about her until you send us all this information, and it was pretty awesome.
And the great thing, JJ Maxwell like mentioned about her costumes is that I think this is the first, and there'll be many more because of how interwoven her and Kang are, and like all the different stories they had. Now, granted, Marvel can't do all of them, and they won't ever follow it like exactly. But I'm excited for her future. Like, she's definitely going to get some kind of something, depending on how we see her in the next season, and then going forth. So there's still a chance for her to get a pretty cool costume.
And I like how, like, you know, now I kind of understand a little more, like her obsession about the what do they call King, was it him? Not the Watchers or whatever. Yeah, like how she was obsessed with all that, and
she just, it's kind of like when you're like, she's a judge. She super believes in her cause, right? Is keeping order, and even if it's all falling into chaos, she's like, well, wait, this has to be for a reason. This can't be for nothing. And then when she finds out about like not having free will, like that's why she's like, I'm going to search for free will because she freaking deserves it. / she also knows there needs to be order.
Yeah. Yes.
Like,
so I liked it. Yeah.
I'm excited. Season 2.
Season 2. All right, well, let's kick it off. So, guys, if you've never been in the show before, we pick a character and then we give you a market report so that you have an idea of what that character or artist or writer, they're all female on the show because
a little spotlight.
Yeah. So we'll give you an idea of what they're doing in the market. Let's kick it off. So her first appearance was the Avengers. What number is this?
23.
23.
And from 1965.
Ooh, okay. So this is pretty steep. If you want to get the raw comic, you're looking at 126.
Wait, what? Why is the raw more than? Oh wait, never mind. Okay, again, tired. I'm being dyslexic right now.
Did you reverse them? You're like, why is that one more expensive than the?
Yes, I was like, what? 20? I thought it said 117 for the. For the 8.5.
217 for the 8.5. That makes a little bit more sense. But you see a slight increase there.
But even like the last sale was I think July. Oh, she was in the teens. But it was for $229. So it's on the rise because of probably the finale and all things Kang. Kang's on the cover. But Jim Steranko. Oh, not Jim. Oh, sorry. That's later. Next person. It was just cool that Don Heck, Stan Lee, and John Romita like created a character that would be so interwoven.
That's awesome.
With her. And then I figured, listen, this is like the number one for me, like her first appearance is out of my price range. Like I wish I could buy it, right?
Mhm.
I mean, granted, I wish I could Doctor Doom's first appearance, but like whatever. But
Yeah.
the first reprint is something that I'm starting to like look at in a lot of these older comics because it's like, well, if I can't get the first, what's the first reprint? And I mean, these Marvel triple actions are almost always overlooked. But if you really like a character and you want to read the story, the reprint, right? Like if you don't mind not having the original, the first reprint is pretty cool.
I kind of like the reprint better though.
For collectability, though, it's like meh.
I do.
If you want to read the story, sure, great. It's an obtainable way to get a hold of it and get your hands on it and flip through and stuff. But if you're looking to collect,
It's just
but eventually
better.
You don't think people are going to get priced out of first appearances?
I don't know.
I mean, like I just bought Doctor Doom's second appearance because I couldn't afford the first, and now I've been trying to get the first reprints of a lot of this stuff just because I can't afford it. Like, and I think like the average collector isn't pulling down like $1,000 for a comic.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, and like you're saying, it's not going to be, I'm going to make $1 billion off of a reprint. It's like, look, it might go up some. Like it's on the rise right here. It's like
higher than the other one. I guess it just depends on what your approach is. If you're approaching it to get something that you can see as more of an investment, I guess would be the best way of putting it. But like even recently, I stopped. Instead of collecting quantity lately, I told Anthony this too. Like I'm really downsizing so that I can start collecting quality. That's more what I want. I want to have like some pieces that I really want versus like a bunch of some. I don't know, but that's a whole nother show.
Yeah, we gotta do that. I mean, write it down for ideas.
Well, and then like I'm just saying also like the Marvel triple action. I mean, I wouldn't pay $45 for a 7.0, but it's if you know if you're willing to do that, that's great. But these are often in the $1 bins, $2 bins, like untouched because people are like meh, and they just pass them over. So like if you can get it for $1 and it's a reprint, it's a first reprint. Like,
ooh, Jen, look at this. Frank has a 0.5 restored Fantastic Four #5.
Oh, what's way too expensive? Was it like?
I know. I'm curious though.
Because I found some like really like missing pages, and I'm like, oh man, because I know that like what the Batman Joker page sold for a lot of money, and I'm like, and just I know before, well, that's the thing. For a long time, I would see coverless and be like, meh, coverless. But now I'm like, you idiot. If it was Silver Age and Golden Age, you pick that stuff up because it's golden and silver. Like, why would you pass up? But,
look. For a 0.5 restored.
Oh,
no. And can you take the restoredness off of it? Or is it? Because if you could do that, if you could get off. So I'm curious.
Well, I mean, if it. Yeah, I guess it would have to depend on the. Anyway, another show. We're getting so sorry. Let's keep going. All right, second appearance. Let's see, the Avengers again. I can't tell what number this is.
24.
24. And then of course the reprint, because I do like your approach here, Jen. I think it's interesting to have the option to get reprints if you're not able to spend tons and tons of money, or if you just don't want to spend tons of money.
If you start looking even the Miles, because what got me thinking that is when I started seeing other reprints go up, like the Miles stuff, and I'm like, that shouldn't be $20. Why is it $20? And then I was like, oh, interesting. Before I get priced, like, and again, but the newer stuff tends to go faster. The old, again, Marvel Triple Action. There's a bunch of other like reprint series, like I think Aaron, you mentioned classic X-Men that do the reprint. Like anyway, like I just.
It's an option, and that's what we're here for, to give you guys all of your options.
I mean, and also like now with all these reprints and being low print, like, you know, how old is this reprint? Is it almost kind of around the same time, or is it like?
I didn't write down that.
New.
Oh, the reprints are from 1974 when.
So then also at the low print, I mean, it might be kind of low print too, right?
I don't know.
So if you want for that collection, I don't know. That I mean, it could, because now that all those second prints, third prints go up, why not those?
Where's the chat on this? What do you guys think? Are reprints something that you guys are interested in? Is that something that you would buy in lieu of buying the original.
To try to make
Well,
money
I
out of
would
it.
kind of.
Well,
I mean, no, but
versus buying the
Oh yeah,
real
I mean,
one.
yeah,
because ideally you want the first, right? If you can find a great deal, you
yeah.
get the
But
first.
that will be like for as you're for your personal collection kind of thing, or even to resell, right? You want to go for the first print, but if you happen to find those all the reprints, which probably you could, a little bit easier than the first print.
Yeah, I mean, you also could use it as a
Oh.
placeholder, like kind
Yeah.
of like how people have those visionary boards or the what's that other thing that was really popular? The
I
truth,
like
or
that
I don't
you-
know, whatever. Like, so just have it up there. Like, this is my
Mm-hmm.
reprint. I want the original, and just like
Yeah.
as a way of like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the second
that's-
appearance, if you get the actual second appearance here, guys, a 9.4 goes for $285. The raw comic is averaging just under $60 with a 16.25%. Let's see, current trend increase. That's pretty neat. The reprint is on a downward trend. No graded comics for this one, but you can get it for under $5.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. All right, let's keep cruising. Next up, now these ones, I know you brought. Okay, I'll let you explain these actually.
Okay, so because of all the different versions of Renslayer, like I had to bring up the King Nebula one. It's one of the versions of her. What you're seeing here is Avengers 291 is the cameo, 293 is the full, and then 294 is her on the cover. And it's a really, because it's an iteration of her where she takes over. She's faking to be Nebula, who takes over to be like in the like one of the kings. But it's a version of her that I'm like, hey, this is possibly what she could be going after because she wants her free will. Why not go after another like king and get his stuff? There's
a lot of speculation. What happens after she goes through that little?
Yeah, but again, there's like 7 different versions. So there's just one version, and this is super attainable, like dollar bin stuff.
Yeah, I like it. I like those covers. I like that they're older and stuff like that.
Yeah. So yeah, King Nebula, yay. Well,
under $5 a piece too. I mean, there's only one that's graded, and it was $44, which is basically the price of getting it graded anyway. So you're not losing too much there, and you can have a 9.8.
Yeah, I mean, and I almost put in the Ultimate King where it's Sue Storm, but then I was like, no, that's different. Like, but if you want that one, it's in Ultimate Comics Wolverine #4, super cheap also, but it's Sue Storm as a king. It's fun, like, but yeah.
Yeah, we follow. That's perfect. Okay. Moving on. So guys, if you're just joining us, we're actually doing 2 separate spotlights tonight. We chose really relevant hot characters. So we have Ravonna Renslayer that we're doing currently. And then right after this, we are going to be covering the Countess. So all you Black Widow fans that saw the movie, stick around for that. And here we go. Temptress first appearance and Terminatrix first appearance. Why are these relevant?
So I think that the Citizen King storyline period is really interesting reading. And if I know the other ones are already starting to go up because of King, but it's a 4-part story. These 2 are the later. So it's part 3 and then part 4. But Temptress and Terminatrix are, again, other versions of Renslayer. And in the storyline, which includes, I wrote it down, Captain America Annual number 11 and Thor Annual number 17. It's the first and second part of the story, but it's in that story you see I think 5 or 6 versions of her, and it's super interwoven like with Kang, and I just couldn't believe like
4 parts, might as well, right? Pick this up. It's a good read.
I'm not seeing things right. The 9.2 was $6 and the raw was 12. Okay, I'm not being dyslexic, right?
Like I'm telling you, like super attainable.
Holy
like
shit,
because she's going for free will. So is she going to be Temptress? Is she going to be Terminatrix? And then there's even a future. Shoot, I wrote them all down. So she's Ravonna Renslayer, Rebecca Temptress, Terminatrix, King, and then she in the future, like her older self is Revelation. And there's also like another one, Queen of Limbo. But
like it.
I just think she's a great actress. I don't know what they're going to do with her. It could be any of these. And then, again, dollar bin books.
I do want to see her like with all the other outfits because I really like the other outfits, especially like the retro, like the green one with her thing. I like
Her little visor.
Mm-hmm.
But again, dollar. Like, don't go paying crazy prices. Like, these are things that, like, and if you like that character, like I like that character.
Mm-hmm.
Other people I've talked to are like, oh yeah, she was cool. She's a great actress. And like you said, Lucy, like they could recast her because in all these different iterations, like her hair color changes. Like she's never how you see her in the show. And I'm really hoping that King comic coming out in the fall has one like her because she's so stunning. But in all these, she's blonde or redhead and brunette.
Yeah, she's different. So I like that they're gonna show. I really hope they do show all those different, but her variants, I guess, right? They're different variants. So I getting into all this. Like I found it very interesting, her story and all that. I liked it.
It's so like if you guys find something, let me know because I had such a hard time with this because of the storylines. I was like, wait, what? When's the first? And I had to like go through and I would like because they would say she was in it. I would go through the comic and I would just find one picture of her. Like because like one of the things I found, they're like, oh, she's in Young Avengers number 2 or 3. And I went through the whole comic and I'm like, he's in the background. And that's it. Like there's no speaking lines. And I'm like, oh, okay. Anyway, sorry.
No, but you just remind me real quick before we move on to the next slide. Actually, we'll do it after this. We have a little announcement for you guys that we totally forgot to mention, but we'll get to it in a second.
Oh yes, that's right. I just remember.
What did we forget? I'm like, oh shit, we forgot this. All right, so let's keep cruising with Ravonna though. She's an interesting character. You guys have seen her on the Loki show, so we're kind of diving into that tonight. Go ahead, Jen.
So this is the Terminatrix objective, Avengers number 1. It's not going up for her. It's going up for Kang and the other things that pop up in this issue. That's her on the cover. And this character isn't on a ton of covers. Like in any iteration, it was really hard to find ones. And even some of them, I was like, oh.
And we got the blonde one this time too. Look at her little blonde hair coming out.
I really like it. I really like this cover a lot. I really like it a lot.
It's shiny.
And you're not paying like a shit ton more for a 9.8 either. You're paying like an extra $20 to guarantee yourself a 9.8 on this, which I like that.
Back issue ones, because I for sure kept seeing this, but usually when I would see it, it'd be like super dinged up and like bent and like since it's a shiny, you can't fix that. Like,
you know what? I just think with these ones that they're older and everything, I rather because how old is this? Like 90s maybe? It's 250, so maybe right? So.
Yeah, probably.
I early 2000s maybe. I kind of like that because they're a little older. I like that they're worn out and stuff like that. I kind of like that. And I really, really like this cover. So I would rather have this one as a raw and then more if I have it for like $1.
But if you can try to get it's a mini series. I think it's 4 or 5 issues, but she's heavily in it. And I think that's when she meets her future Revelation self. But yeah, there's a lot of
4-issue series on this one.
I like it even better that it's just a mini series, especially with Marvel.
Yeah. And then the Avengers Forever number 9 is. So some people cite it as her death, but then when I was reading it, I'm like, okay, it's in flashback. And then what they do is they do a really good job with talking about a lot of her different iterations or variants or what you want to call them, right? But just condensed down to this story about Kang and like his like arc. But it's going up for Kang. Not
look at the trend. It's up 207%. That's really cool. I like when you see like these huge jumps. It's like, okay, something's happening with this one, but
everyone's Kang crazy. Like
it's all over social media. It's all you're seeing everywhere you go.
Yeah, I think once Doctor Strange maybe comes out, like or Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, yeah.
Either is gonna go down because they're gonna be either disappointed or they're just over it. I don't know. But that's cool. I really.
But
want
before
that.
we move on to the next character, Lucy, what show when we were doing Lady Loki a while back, we were speculating about who that character was, and some moron in this group decided to make it into a bet. I don't know what she was thinking. Total idiot. I'm like, I have a brilliant idea because I was so confident I was going to win. I'm like, this is great. This is going to work in my advantage. I'm like, whoever wins can make the other two dress up. Long story short, Lucy won.
Yay!
So we're not telling you what, but Lucy chose cosplay outfits for Jen and I for next Tuesday. So you're going to want to be here for that.
Yeah.
Yay! We can dress up. Jen is so excited. They're so excited, and I already picked their outfits or their cosplays, whatever. So I'm excited for you too.
I actually tried mine on yesterday too, and I was like, "Oh God, this is gonna be rough." Okay.
Oh, start fasting right now.
I know. Seriously, I tell you, water and only for next week.
I do like that idea for future, like if things are coming out and we're like, who's gonna be speculating about something coming out in that series, and it has to be something that we think we'll know within that season, and then doing that again. Because I have something now in my head that I really want to do for you guys, but I need to win.
Lucy was actually really nice. I would have been an asshole. I would have made you guys dress up like really bad. It would have been.
You said Minions.
Oh, I would have made you Minions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have to do the yellow
and
then
sexy
the glasses
girls over here.
I would have gone on Minions, and so, but luckily I didn't win. I love bets when I'm 99% sure I'm gonna win.
Laura, that was like so off, like way off. I can't. At least Jen was kind of close, like she's kind of like. But you were way off. How can you win? And I was
She's
like,
all, Laura, you lost by a lot.
Well,
like
we were really hoping for the misdirection of them to really do that, and then they're like, nope.
Yeah.
No. Will you match the cosplay to a comics back?
Maybe
something coming up. Who knows?
You guys better hope I don't win. I'm coming up with more and more ideas. I have all these little things in my head that I'm thinking about. They're not good.
Well, I think the next thing is gonna be the What If series, and then Shang-Chi or Shang-Chi.
That's the show, right? That's like the animated one.
Yeah, the What If's probably not gonna. I'll probably say the Shang-Chi movie or Shang-Chi, and then oh shoot, what's after that?
Isn't the Ant-Man? Sorry, that's my oven. My husband's
That sounds like it's in my house. That's so weird. The way it came through my headphones. All right. Anyway, guys, so if you're just joining us, we were talking about how Lucy won the bet. So next Tuesday during Comic Book Women, Jen and I will be cosplaying.
Yes,
Yay.
the Moonlight. You just joined. I won the bet, and they are gonna dress up next show.
It'll be fun. All right. Next spotlight of the night is the Contessa Valentina Allegra de. I saw two iterations, De La Fontaine or De Fontaine. So
yeah, it's one of those two.
Either or.
I like her name because it's so like Mexican. Like my name is like long ass name. Like my ID needs 2 rows. But it's just like seeing this, it just makes me laugh. Love it. Valentina Allegra de la Fontaine, Gonzalez, Ramirez, Benito Juarez. I don't know. Just kidding.
And I really liked it when she was introducing herself. She was like, "Or call me Val, but don't call me Val. Just say it in your head."
Yeah, I like her as an actress too. She's a great actress.
I love her.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
I love her. I mean, in Seinfeld, and then you were saying the other one from HBO. I love that
awesome.
show. It was so hilarious. Yes. Like, I wonder, that's how I picture how government is. For me, that's how it really is.
I like in the interviews, she was saying that when politicians come up to her, they're like, "Oh, you're talking about the other party." And like both come up and like, "Oh, it's about the other one." And she just laughs because it's like, it's kind of about both. But like, it's not about one or the other.
Yeah, no, I think it's both. I think it doesn't matter. I don't care what party you go for. I think that's how it really is.
Oh, the best part is when they're like smiling and they know there's no mics and they're like, "You," and then they start like saying bad stuff. You're You're like,
Okay, yeah, we're going to the summer.
yeah, sorry.
I read the Bill Clinton book. I don't care if people give me shit about this. And he said that the closest show that he's ever watched that kind of reflects what real life politics are like is House of Cards. Have you guys watched that?
No. I heard it was really good, but I never. I need to watch it then. I want to see how. I always wonder like how.
Dude, watch
shit
it. Robin
goes down.
Wright's in that, and she's fantastic.
Okay, I'll watch it. House
But
of
anyway.
Cards.
Oh, so what you know, this also came up too is because I was telling you guys about that D23 podcast episode 96, where they interview Kevin Feige, and he talks about her and how she's putting together a team, and she's going to be really integral in like the MCU, and how they were all like they all love Seinfeld, so having her there, period, they're like, hey.
In the comic books, like I mean, I think she's pretty, right? But it's just like I just love it. Like on the comic book, she is so sexy, like so sensual, so like mysterious and everything. And I really love her story now. Like I want to know more about her. And I'm like thinking, I want to cosplay her too. I just need my white little.
Or you can do the purple like she does in the Falcon Winter Soldier.
I like the little white rogue stripe in the hair. I think you could pull that off.
And then
and I can do Rogue and her.
And she's putting together a team. And we were talking before on the off air that everyone's like, oh, Dark Avengers or Thunderbolts or something, right? And we're talking about how like, well, it's gonna have Yelena. I don't think Yelena's gonna be okay with being a Dark Avenger. Like it's probably gonna be Thunderbolts or another name. Because even the US agent, he's not gonna be like Dark Avenger, like, but maybe.
Florence Pugh is amazing. I told you guys, I picked her as my chick to play Noctera when we were casting, and I think that she has some great things coming up here.
That movie, like,
what was the movie you made me watch? What was it?
Is it Fighting with the Family? Fighting for her
Fighting
family?
with my family.
Oh yeah, that one. I still haven't watched.
You didn't watch it?
You didn't. It's
I'm waiting
good.
for Sam because Sam wanted to watch it. Sam's fall.
It's good.
Sam.
Like
Sam wants to watch it, and then I've been waiting for him.
Like in that movie, when I first watched it, and then I found out she's gonna play Black Widow, I was like, oh, I like it, right? Like,
yeah, it totally works. She already has the training. But okay, Jen, hold on real quick. Did you watch the new Little Women?
I watched the old Little Women.
The deal was you had to watch both.
We watched it.
I don't want to pay for the new one.
I'm not gonna pay for a new one either. Sorry.
Like,
you guys,
wait till it's free.
When it's free, I definitely will.
It's free, we'll watch it. Yes, but we watched the old one for sure.
I did watch the old one
for sure, and we did.
They're totally different, but that's another show. They're totally different, but it has Florence Pugh, and she's amazing. She plays Amy, and she does such a good job. So if you like Yelena, you'll like this. She has that same strength of character, and I really like it.
But the fact that she at the end, I think people on this channel or whoever's watching knows, right? That
Little Women?
No, about at the end of Black Widow, you see her.
Okay.
Right?
I still haven't watched the movie, but I don't care about spoilers.
You don't care?
I mean, things like that, I don't, I mean,
but
I don't really care for the movie, honestly.
But so she has US Agent, which is like Captain America, and then she's going to have her version of Black Widow. And so what movie is she going to pop up in next? I'm really hoping maybe Shang-Chi or however you want to say it, and then she gets the sister of him is what I'm kind of hoping for, but I don't know.
We'll have to see. All right, let's keep moving on this then. So guys, if you're just joining us, we are doing 2 spotlights tonight. We're moving on to the second one. You missed Ravonna Renslayer, but you can rewind and watch that again if you missed that one. But let's go ahead and move forward with the Countess. All right, first appearance, Strange Tales, Doctor Strange, number 159.
From 1967.
I like that cover of Nick Fury, that he's like this. It looks like he's dancing. Sorry, Jen.
It kind of does. Okay. We're screwing around. We gotta be, this is serious stuff. Look at the money people are spending on a 9.2. You're looking at $922.
I just missed out on a low grade one for, I think they ended up spending like 60 something or 70 something. And I was like, I wasn't paying attention. And then I was like, I would have paid for
How low grade? Like 4? 5?
I want to say it's probably like a 3.0 is what I thought it looked like from the pictures. But because they're starting to go up, and I'm like, fudge, because I do like this character, and I just would like to have. And then when we're talking about reprints, and like, oh, where's the reprint? And I was like, I can't put it on there because the first reprint is Captain Britain #1 from the UK, because it reprints this comic in it, and then #2 does the same thing. So I was like, but that comic is not in my ballpark. Because Captain Britain is the UK's Captain America. Yeah.
Hold on, somebody over here saying, seems like the MCU iteration of the Dark Avengers or Thunderbolt is what Contessa is building.
We all agree on that one, Jim Steranko, who is a writer and artist, created Valentina.
Oh yeah, that was this comic here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He even took her name. Oh, that's neat. Very cool. All right, so yeah, back to the stats here, guys. Oh, and all of our information that Jen was able to dig up is from our sponsors over at Cover Price, so make sure you visit their site. Use code FLIPSIDE to get 2 months at $1.99 a piece for unlimited memberships. 9.2, 922, the raw comic, you're looking at $100. It's showing it at a current trend of a downward trend, though. That's odd.
I think it's going to change very soon.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the Contessa, people who watched Black Widow were like, I think it's going to take this third movie, because I think she's been in the MCU for less than 6 minutes.
Yeah, because she was the other one, the Falcon
Winter Soldier. But even if you add up that Falcon Winter Soldier and that quick 1 minute at the end of Black Widow, that's I think it's 6 minutes,
maybe less.
So
once she gets more love on the big screen, maybe
this would be a good time then, right, Lucy, to kind of go in there and snag one.
Yeah, especially if it's for a raw 9.90. What the hell am I saying? $9.2. $9.8. $98. And I'm sure probably I don't know, you can score something cheaper. It's a great time, especially if she's gonna be a badass character later on, which like I said, I really like her story so far, and I think she's sexy on the comics. So
second appearance is our sleeper book, says 123 Ready Comics, buy and hold.
I concur.
Okay.
It's Julia Louis-Dreyfus. I think it'd be really cool if I could get one. And I know she's not. I know some people. I usually hate when people get actors to sign it, but she's the one where I'd be like.
But the thing is, her, especially her, because I love comedy. I love the show. And then she's an amazing actress, amazing comedian. I don't know, and that would be cool to get her to sign it. And I wonder if she even know what she means to the comic community.
Okay, so not even getting this signed, if you can get Jenny Friesen to do an original art, and then get Jenny to sign it, and then get Jim to sign it, and then get Julie to sign it, and then you can put it on your wall and just stare at it all the day.
Yeah,
dude, eBay people are crazy. I'm on eBay right now, and there's some people that are $80 our best offer for a good plus, and then another one over here is $100, and then this person's $400.
Yeah,
for the same grade.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to get it for under 50 if I can.
I'm just gonna go and send them a $20 offer, so
just to be a pain in the ass. I'm gonna be annoying since you're being annoying with your prices. So
nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you guys do want to get the reprint, it's gonna be tough because of Captain Britain #1.
Unless you're in the UK, maybe you'll find out the dollar bins.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, Captain Britain #1.
No,
that's their Captain America.
That's true. Right. I don't know. Okay.
That would be cool. That would be insane, but
or
it would be cool.
On the state. I don't know if they do that at their state sales or something like that. I don't know.
They might.
Yeah.
All right. So 162 in a 2.5 roughly grade.
Ooh, I like dollars AD. I can't wait until Contessa meets Agatha.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Cabbage Club, what?
That would be awesome to see.
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay, now I changed my mind. I want Contessa and Agatha Harkness drawn together by Jenny Friesen, and then I want everyone to sign it.
Both of them sign. Oh,
yeah.
Sam, that would be cool. Yep. Yep.
Here's a 9.4 for $370. So these are still.
But it's also, is it villain spec, right? I know some people don't like villain spec because they're like,
We're just putting our thoughts out there, and you can take it however you want to take it.
I kind of forgot we're like on camera right now, but here's a near mint one for $100.
I mean,
I
think that's what we're doing. We're just talking about these things. We're not telling you to buy it. We're just saying like what those books or her appearance, since we've seen them on TV screen, you know. So it's not like we're really telling you this is what's going to happen. We're just saying it will be cool if it happens.
Oh, so there are different people in the theater though during that end credit scene. They were leaving. I'm like, who in the heck was that? And I was like, and then Brittany and I were talking about this, about needing to see MCU Disney Plus stuff, or you're gonna be kind of lost. Like they didn't watch the Falcon Winter Soldier. They didn't know who that was.
I just think like there need to be like maybe before, especially if it's in the theaters, like put a list of if you are, I don't know, something for people who are not like as comic book people or people who are into these kind of stuff. I mean, Sam is not into comics, but he knows what's up and he watches the shows. So I think it needs to be a little bit more open, I guess. I just assume people will know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah.
Let's keep cruising.
Yeah. And he's been in a ton of comics. We just chose a couple. Like there's a ton of them, but okay. So yeah.
All right, early covers. So we have Strange Tales, Shield, this is 167, and then Nick Fury Shield, that's number 12.
Look at her. She is so hot.
I like her outfit. That's what you're going to cosplay as, Lucy.
Hell no.
Lose.
Yeah, right.
When you get to the little belts and the thigh highs. Hey. It'll be pretty.
No. I mean, it will be like extra tool of handles hanging from that little opening.
I know. I don't like those openings. I don't know why they do those to outfits. Like, what is that for? That's just.
Well, this is back in the 1968, 1969, right?
It's going to circle back. All fashions do. Before you know it, we're all going to be wearing those.
I won't, but yes.
All right, so these are the early covers. The 167 right now, a 9.2 is going for about $192. The Raw comics going for just under $16. It's on a downward trend as well for now. And then number 12, we have a graded comic, a 9.6 at $228, and the Raw comic's only at $13. So that one seems worth buying the Raw if you can find it in decent enough condition.
I won the show 167,
and they're both Jim Steranko covers.
Nice.
Likely won't matter in the end. There's a ton of people who didn't know who Nick Fury was at first too. That's true.
That's true. Yeah.
So there's some really cool. I like both these. These are really nice, solid covers, and I think that if you can find either of them raw, that's probably the best way to go.
Yeah,
it's very like what 70s, 60s. I don't know, like the cover. I love it. That's when it came out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's how that's how I felt so cool when I worked at a comic book store, knowing like what year was depending on the price on the cover. Kind of know, like, oh, look at me, I'm so cool. I know my shit. Yeah, right. I don't.
Steranko off the bat said 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it is. It took me forever to learn. Like, I'd be like, wait, Anthony, what's 12? Is that good? And he's like, yes, don't care about that one. I'm like, I don't know. But I eventually learned. I started from the bottom,
And now we're here.
Yeah, look at that. You all, and that's the whole point though. Like, if you all different levels of people can come into the show and learn something, walk away with some type of knowledge they didn't know. All right, moving on here. I forget why we included these. Jen, you had a reason.
So Nick Fury versus Shield from 1988. Number 1, number 6, both have her on the cover. It's kind of small, but you can see her like right next.
I see
right there.
Again.
Here, right
there. And the covers were done again by Jim Steranko, and it's actually a really good series to read. I definitely recommend getting 1 through 6 just for the read, or the trade paperback if you want to just,
Okay.
But
I want the covers because she looks, again, banging. Like,
that's how you go into battle.
Like with the little bra thing, bikini. And like, come on, bitches.
Battle ready. Where does she put her extra ammo? Like, where is she keeping like
on
her credit card? Like, where's her cell phone? Right?
I mean, this is just a different era of
her boots. It's all in her boots, girl.
Lucy and I are fixing
Sorry, Jen.
Sorry, Jen. We'll behave.
Okay. I mean, it's just a different era. Bob Harris was the writer. It's just it's a definitely recommended reading, but then it's her on the again. She doesn't have a ton of covers. I know people are. It's really interesting to see people go towards the covers, and so I'm like, oh, okay, if they want that, here are the two, but please read the story 1 through 6, and it's on the cheap. You don't have to pay that much money. Dollar books.
You can totally tell this was like on the 90s. It looked like those movie poster kind of things, like Rambo kind of like.
It looks like Stallone, doesn't it? All I see is Sylvester.
That's
Stallone
why I said Rambo.
Oh, yeah. I got there. I took the scenic route, but I got there. Yeah. Damn it, Lucy. Jen, Lucy's being distracting.
Sorry.
Lucy's distracting me. She's making me not think right. It's Lucy's fault. All right, let's see here. So yeah, those are both really, really obtainable. No graded comics to give you guys any reports on, but you can get the raw under $5. And yeah, I like the covers too. Very nostalgic look here. Madam Hydra, somebody up in the chat was talking about this. This is go ahead, Jen.
Oh, so 2009, Jonathan Hickman did a fantastic job. And for number 2, there is a second print variant out there. I didn't include it, but it's out there. And then number 6 has a 1 for 10 70s variant that not pictured, but it's out there. But Madame Hydra, you meet her. Everyone thought she was another character at first. And you see her in number 2, although someone said there's a sketch in number 1, but I didn't see the sketch. So I'm like, I didn't want to include it, but number 2. And then in number 6, you actually find out because the whole point, Contessa Valentina has always been a part of S.H.I.E.L.D. She's always been a love interest to either Nick Fury or Captain America or a bunch of other people. Like she's like kind of gotten around a little bit. But like this is her turning. Like you find out she's like a double agent. No, I think she's a triple agent. And then you see her.
Yeah, she's a triple agent. I just learned that today.
Okay.
Triple.
And then you see her like unmask in number 6. So you find out that Valentina is Madame Hydra. And that's what we all kind of thought when we first saw her. Like people in the community were like, "Oh, she's Madame Hydra." Like
Dollar said the sketch is a preview.
Oh, okay. That's why I'm confused. Okay. But yeah, I mean, if you're speccing that she's Madame Hydra, then okay. Like, here it is. Like, I'm pretty sure that they are going in that route. Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean,
I really. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, just Jonathan Hickman did a great job, like fleshing it out and like to read how she goes from good to bad to being like to like Nick Fury. Like,
that's what I was gonna say. The whole story of between them two, I really like it. I like it, and I hope we see something like that on the screen. Their little story, them two together and stuff like that. I really hope because I thought that was pretty cool.
And it would make sense if she worked with Nick Fury and how she's in the government and how she knows all these things. Like if she's a double, triple, whatever agent.
Yeah.
Like, and that's how she got to U.S. agent. That's how she's getting to these better, like good guy characters, right? Because Yelena, like it makes sense that she's using that. So yeah. That'd be cool if they did that where they showed it.
Yeah, that's that. I kind of knew before, like I just didn't know how they came about together and stuff like that. So again, thanks to you, I learned. My teacher, my sensei,
our Yoda.
My Yoda.
Yeah. All right. Bonus covers. I think it's pretty obvious why we chose these ones. I mean, damn, right? Both of these.
Yep.
But
again, there's her cosplay outfit right there.
I wonder if she would sign one of these because that white makes for a perfect autograph.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's true.
Along with
And
Hickman.
yeah,
Get the Hickman and her
that'll be
signing it.
cool. This one number 3. She looks like the Black Widow's outfit. It looks like they just put the
Because she was
way
a
the
shield
picture.
agent.
Yeah, like the way they put her picture, like on her head, on
Cool.
Black Widow's picture. Just kidding. I don't know. It looks pretty cool. Evening, ladies. UK. Oh, 2:54 in the morning.
2:54
Holy
a.m.
smoly! Oh, we were just talking about your, what was it?
Captain Britain,
Brit.
Yeah,
number 1.
if you can find it.
Yeah, in dollar bins, right? No.
Do you guys have like state sales out there?
With
You
comic
can
books.
find it. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
We don't know.
Mr. UK.
We're asking.
Yeah, we're asking Dave. UK comics.
I mean, everywhere has estate sales, right? I mean, that's...
Report back.
So
And let us
especially
know.
on number 14, it's another her with the mask of Madame Hydra. So, like, cheap covers for $1.
Yeah.
Cheap dollar for $1. Holla. Sorry.
Stick figures by Dreyfus.
So she's been in a ton of other stuff. She's in Captain America comics. There's a Punisher War Journal that has her on the cover. That was pretty cool. Union Jack. Like, there's an Incredible Hulk that she's in. Like, she's in so many different ones. Like, this is just a couple of them. Just, I guess, happy hunting.
All right. They said that they have boot sales, and boots means trunk. So they have trunk sales.
Ooh.
Well, okay. Yeah, Dave, he doesn't know what state sales are. Right. So that means like here in state sales, Laura explain it.
They're just like...
Like, is
Normally,
it
the
when-
ones I've been to is when somebody's passed away. And
There's
so then
movie
you
sales.
end up...
And they're
Too.
selling their stuff. Like they
That's
don't have
like a
family
garage
to pass
sale.
on, right?
Or yeah, moving sales are 1 2, I guess. That would be 1 2.
Yeah.
But that one I tend to see more like... For the estate sales is where I think...
People-
I don't want to say too much, but I've gotten a lot of good stuff at estate sales because like people who come in are usually relatives and they don't know what's around. So it's like, go
Just want to
hunt.
get rid of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Estate
we've been to a
sales,
couple
yeah.
that we found some good stuff. So anyway,
I've never been to
all right.
one. I would like to. I don't know here though. I don't know. Yeah.
All right, that was the end of our spotlight. Guys, if you are new to us, make sure you give the show a thumbs up if you're enjoying what you are seeing. We do a spotlight every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, covering either a female artist, a female writer, or in this case, female characters. So yeah, make sure that you tune in and subscribe. We love having you here. If you have any suggestions on characters or artists or writers that you'd like us to cover, make sure you shoot us a message and we will respond as quickly as we can. What else?
Follow us on Your Nirvana.
A little bit.
Oh yeah,
We have a new giveaway coming up soon. So leave a follow. Yeah.
So let's keep cruising. So we end the shows on Tuesdays with our new comic book day picks, what we're looking forward to for the stuff that's coming out tomorrow. Lucy and I are kind of tag teaming on the Mother of Madness book. I want the original cover. I had the privilege and the really cool opportunity to meet with Amelia Clark on a StreamYard type deal. And she's one of the sweetest people I've ever seen. She's so sweet. Really good energy, and she is creating this book along with Marguerite Bennett, who is the writer behind the Bombshell series. So if you're fans of that, it's kind of a win-win. So the cover that I chose is just the original trade dress, but then Lucy, which one's yours?
Bartell. It's a variant, and I think there's gonna be what is it? The one with the title without the title, the Virgin one. I think I seen one of those. But I think that's gonna be like one at a racial one. But obviously I'm going with this cover. I'm gonna get the racial one. I still like it, and we did a show with Jim Bartell, and I think we talked about this also for the coming up.
We give a heads up before the FOC.
Yeah. Yes. So now this one's coming up this week, and make sure if you're able to pick it up, pick this one up. I did see a lot of people on chat, not a group chat, a group, Facebook groups. People are like that don't want to pick it up because it's like an actress who doesn't know about comics. I was hearing a lot of criticism, like bad and good too. There was like some good.
She has Marguerite Bennett at her back. I mean, she has such a cool creative team, you know?
Because she's an actress and stuff like that. Like, what does she know? But it's like, we don't know. She's been reading comics and stuff like that for a long time. I don't know. And also because it's a woman superhero mom thing, that it's kind of like lame.
Like, if they don't like it, it's okay. It's probably not geared towards them.
Yes, it's it's okay if you don't like it. Just pass on, you know, or just pick it up because of the cover or whatever, you know. But I'm gonna pick up number 1, see how it is, and then after, I mean, again, if I don't like it, I just don't have to pick it up.
Well, I mean, joke's on them, because Mother of Madness and Sweet Paprika are breaking records for Image.
Oh, really?
Already on sales, yeah. They're doing fantastic already out the gate. These are things I think they're both solid pickups. And yeah, give it a shot. But okay, so those were our duo pick, and then Lucy, you picked Shadecraft.
I really enjoy this book. Like I missed out on the number 1, the first print, but I picked up second print. I'm pretty sure I did. And so far, I really like the story. It's if you're not reading it, it's about this girl that this shadow, it was like attacking her, and her brother is like in a coma, and it turns out, like, you know, her brother, it's part of that shadow that she's able to see. Only she's able to see him, and she's able to talk to him, but I feel it's a little bit, I think it's a little bit of like Peter Pan kind of thing. You lost your shadow. So the brother is kind of, I don't know, like, cause he's still in coma, but the shadow is like roaming around. He doesn't know how to get back to his body. So I really like this story so far. So in the issue number 1, I think it was like going for between $10 to $20 or something like that. I seen, but I like this, and I'm gonna keep picking this up.
I think it's a solid cover too. It looks very interesting. And then I had to choose Moon Knight. You guys, there's so many variants out there. This thing's going to drop tomorrow, and it's going to be like a Moon Knight wave. But I'm biased. I think that this one, which was done by Yoon, Bird City Comics partnered with Comics with Bueller. This is his first ever Marvel exclusive for Bueller, and we're very proud of it. It's kind of neat because Anthony, the owner of Bird City, had the foresight of predicting that Khonshu was going to play, pivotal role here, and so he put him on the cover. And I believe the 1 in 25 or the 1 in 50, one of the two, has Khonshu on it as well.
Yeah, 125.
Yeah, I really like the artwork. I think it's badass. I think this whole Egyptian vibe. This. I mean, it's really cool. Anthony calls it his "come at me, bro" Khonshu, which I think is really cute. Yeah, if you haven't had the opportunity to pick that up, we did a version of it as well, and it's badass. We just got them today, and I was looking at the cover, and it's the way the light jumps off this page. It reminds me of Thomas Kincaid. I'm nerding out here, but it's that same use of light technique that's really neat. So that was my pick, and then we got Jen.
So I picked Reptile. I really like the story so far. Humberto Lopez is about to find out what happened to his parents. It kind of gave me a similar vibe to, like, if you guys watched Avatar with Zuko's mom, you had to read the series after the cartoon. So I'm just really curious, like, what happened to his parents. And then, like, I really liked Cover B Better by Terry Blas. So that's why I put it up here. But I know people don't care, but I like it. It's my pick.
It kind of has like a Bartel feel to it, doesn't it? The use of the colors.
Yeah. I remember Mel was talking smack about this.
Dude, like, there's definitely books that, like, I like, and they're like, oh, who reads America? And I'm like, I read America. Like,
I like America. I like this new one.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah. And then the Star Wars or the Bounty Hunters, Jabba the Hutt. This is the 1 for 25, and it's by Eben Kelio. It's a new bounty hunter. And then a big shout out to, on Sunday nights, Tales from a Dark Side, Star Wars crew, Marco, and everybody, Soloki. Like, so I how could I not choose a Star Wars bounty hunter 1 for 25 for tomorrow?
Hey, That's do you, kiddo. That's awesome. I like that you pick stuff not because people are gonna like it, but because you like it. There's mad respect for that.
I really like this reptile cover. I really like it, and I also the other one is she looks pretty pretty badass. I like the colors, the hair, everything's pretty cool. I like great picks, and Wonder World Comics. He loves your picks.
Look, they're so out of left field. You know she's real about it, and that's it's the whole thing. You don't have to like everything, and not everybody has to agree with you. That's the beauty of comic books. Find something that you like, and collect it and read it. That's the whole point, right? Anywho, but before we move on to the very end, there were a couple covers that I wanted to pick. Jeff DeCall has a really beautiful cover that's coming out tomorrow. If you guys can get your hands on that, I forget what the title was. Oh,
was it India or was it Maine?
It's like this chick and she's tattooed and she's looking backwards and I don't remember. I'll post on it later.
Was it just a regular cover or oh man?
And then Scotty Young did a Moon Knight cover that I really like. I mean, I get it. Some people don't like Scotty Young and that's fine. You don't have to. But he did a really cute.
Yeah.
It's a cute one. Then Tula Lote did another book that's coming out tomorrow. Another cover.
A couple covers coming out.
Right.
And then as a watcher pick real quick, are you guys watching the new season of Rick and Morty?
Yes. Season 5? Every night with Anthony.
So
it's out.
They're on episode 6. But so
Deadly Class. That was the DeCall cover. Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
I kind of wonder if Loki / Ant-Man Multiverse of Madness is going to be like episode 2 of season 5, Multiplicity, where they all have like decoys and they're going around like killing, like, because that's what it sounded like.
Duplicity.
Yeah, it was a really funny one, but it's like, dude, it's going to be just like that with all these Kangs and variants running around. But anyway,
right now you said Rick and Morty. We watched Space Jam over the week, I think on Friday, and
what do you think of it?
Bit. It's all right. It's all right. I mean, nothing compared to the first one. Number one, talking like comics, nothing compared to the first one, right? But it was entertaining and funny. It was okay. Not something that I will watch. No. I mean, it was okay. Like it's for kids. It's kind of it's different than if you're expecting to be. I mean, predictable. The same, it was all right. It was, something to watch for the kids. Not something that I will watch like right away again, like maybe in a couple of years again. I don't know, but it was all right.
All right, yeah. Then Undiscovered Country number 14. That's the Lotte cover, and it's beautiful. It's really nice, and that one comes out tomorrow too. But we can't fit all these slides in here unless we wanted to be on all night long. So I figured I would just mention those are a couple other ones. Oh, and then Dark Blood number 1 comes out tomorrow, which that's an interesting storyline. I'm curious to see how that one does. I know that it's sold out, and the first print of that one sold out at the distributor level, so they're already moving on to the second print, which is interesting. So if you can get a hold of the Dark Blood number 1, that might be a good spec book. I'm not saying go nuts over it, but the fact that it's moving on to a second printing is always a good sign.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I like JJ's comment. I'm pretty sure Rick and Morty does the Infinite Universe way better than the MCU. I mean, listen, we haven't seen it in the MCU yet, right? Let's give MCU a chance. But so far, what it's gonna really bother me is they're gonna be like, oh, they're copying off of like the Council of Ricks, and it's like, no. First, it was the Reed Richards the Council, and then Kang. Like, they're borrowing MCU stuff, but doing it really good though.
Yeah. All right. That's it for us for tonight, guys. If you haven't, the 3 of us and JoJo from Flicks and Comics, which I didn't see her in tonight. Where was JoJo?
Probably working.
I messaged her. She hasn't answered me, so maybe she's working.
Well, she acts as like our unofficial 4th, and Trish Forstner comes on with us sometimes, the co-creator of Stray Dogs. So it's Near Nirvana. We go live on Saturdays over on our own channel. That's our own thing at 9 p.m. And we weren't here last Saturday, so we owe you guys a really, really good show to make up for it that's coming up Saturday. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can find us everywhere. And then Bird City Comics, that is the the company that I represent here. We just released our Ice Cream Man number 25 by David
Oh
Mack.
my God, so beautiful.
Isn't that cool? It's an homage
Yeah.
to his own Action Comics 1001 cover, which is like the Superman, you know? Anyway, it's really neat. So if you have the opportunity or the time, go ahead and head over to Bird City Comics and subscribe to the newsletter. We are dropping all kinds of exclusives this month. It's crazy. We have, what's that new one? Oh, Anthony would.
The one. The
Eating
dark.
the Rich. Something's
Oh.
Eating the Rich.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna do a cover of that one?
Mhm.
Oh,
I just got to
I
learn the title,
need
then
it.
we're set. Eat the Rich? Is that what it's
yes,
called?
Eat the Rich. Yeah, yes. Oh,
There we go.
sorry, you were trying to think of the name. I thought you said it. No, yes, Eat the Rich.
I wasn't
Oh
sure.
my
I'm like,
God,
which
it's
one
so
is this?
good.
Yeah. And then we just did our we did the Me You Love in the Dark cover, which was by Ariel Diaz. We have so many
beautiful.
good exclusives over there. It's really neat. Take a lot of pride in our artists. And somebody in here was talking about how they're excited about Sweet Paprika. I think it was John.
Yeah.
We did a Tula Lote Sweet Paprika cover.
Ooh, you still have it?
We do. You know,
it's
we're running out of the topless one. But,
the
course,
extra
I wonder
one. Yeah.
Sorry. Oh shoot! What the heck?
what?
My watch just started talking. I ain't talking to you, bitch. Wonder World comics. No, it's over. I know. Well, Saturday we'll be at your Nirvana if you can get enough of us.
Yeah, if you're not sick of us yet, then we'll be there. Otherwise, stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, and we will be back next Tuesday for another really fun show, and Jen and I will be cosplaying because Lucy won. Yay. All right. Have a good night, guys.
Happy
See
hunting.
you later.